and good morning. Welcome to the live market color from the Value Flow Trading Hub. And this market color is brought to you by the Value Flow Trading team and powered by your favorite broker, our favorite broker, Octan. Today's market color for the 11th of March 2011 will be started by myself and will be concluded by Mr. Lekon, the Gold Master. But before we proceed with the market color, just so you know, we're going to be looking at Dixie, which is the dollar index. We're going to be analyzing it from a top-down perspective. We're going to also be looking at GBP USD. We're going to be looking at Euro USD. We're going to be looking at gold versus the dollar for those of you who like to trade the gold. And we're going to also be looking at Japanese yen basket alongside one or two other yen-based currencies. But before we proceed, we would like you to do one thing for us, just one easy and simple task. This TDA or this market color is totally free. You're paying no single amount of money for it. So we want as many other people to share from this great value that we're giving to you. So we want to urge you all to use the next 30 seconds to 1 minute to share the link to this top-down analysis, to this market color with your friends. Share it on your status, on your stories. Share it with Facebook groups, Telegram groups, Instagram group, or WhatsApp group that are Forex related. Share it with family and friends who are interested in trading the Forex or are financial market enthusiasts. So we're going to give you the next 30 seconds to share this link while we wait for you to return and we resume with the top-down analysis. So start sharing the link, guys. Yeah. All right, guys, you're all welcome back. So we're going to be heading straight to the dollar index on the weekly time frame. We can as well look at the monthly time frame to gain a broader perspective. Looking at what the dollar index is doing, it has been stuck in a range for many months. So we'll be looking at the monthly time frame and expecting it to break out of it. Based on structure, the dollar index is supposed to be resuming a buy trend, but we're seeing an influence of the fundamentals of the dollar based on the NFP that came out yesterday. That is the difference in, change of jobs. The difference in employment rates came out a bit lower than that of the previous month, showing a little sign of the decline in the growth of the US economy. We're also expecting the CPI, which is the Consumer Price Index, tomorrow by 2:30. And we're also looking at interest rates that has been kept flat. And we're hearing rumors of interest rate cuts coming in the next month, somewhere around April, that is in Q2. So there are many indices to show us that the dollar may not be strengthening anytime soon. Hence, you see in this range on the monthly time frame. So over to the weekly time frame of the dollar index, you can see the range clearly. It has been moving up and down, but we're seeing that originally it had a clear direction. Currently, we're not so certain of the direction, in that we're looking at a little more bearishness. So we may see all these lows here as liquidities that are going to be grabbed on the dollar index. All right, for me today, I'm seeing that there are still some level of interest on the downside. We have points of interest to the downside. One is this fair value gap that is residing on the weekly time frame. Okay, so this fair value gap residing on the weekly time frame is a level of interest for me going into this week. I'm expecting to see that the dollar index possibly fills it up before continuing to the upside. So for the weekly, this is the level I'm looking out for. I'm expecting a short dollar into this level for this week. Then onto the daily time frame. Now, beyond that level, if you remember last week, one of the levels we said we are looking out for on the dollar index is this guy right here, this volume imbalance right here, this one here. Let me highlight it a little more. Okay, so this level right here, this volume gap right here, we're expecting the dollar index to trade into it. And it did just that, it traded into it and even went below. Now, the next level I'm expecting is a clear of all this liquidity residing around here, and then the dollar index to trade into this order block right here. But we're seeing how Friday closed. Friday closed in a doji, indicating that there is lesser momentum to the downside. So we want to see what Monday brings. Hopefully, today being Monday, seeing that external liquidity has been grabbed, we may see the dollar make a sharp retest to this level. So we can flip this whole level from here all the way to this downside. We may expect dollar to return to the premium of this last swing before it continues selling all the way to this level. So going into today, seeing how the previous day closed, there is somewhat of an indecision on the dollar index. So I'm expecting it to possibly make a return to these levels. There are fair value gaps above, all around premium levels. So we may expect the dollar index to just make a brief return to these levels before dropping further downward. So for me, this week being Monday, starting from today being Monday, I'm expecting a return to this level, around 61.8 level, and then a return to this downside. This is what I'm anticipating to see today on the dollar index. All right, so that is based off the daily time frame. So for intraday perspective, let's see what we have on the 4-hour time frame. Now, looking at the 4-hour time frame, there are lots and lots of gaps, lots and lots of imbalances on the 4-hour time frame to the downside. So we can start highlighting them, starting off with this order block right here. Okay, so this order block is one of the places that I am interested in seeing the dollar index trade into. Starting from today, I want to see the dollar index grab this liquidity residing right here, trade into this level before it starts shorting to the downside. Another level I would want to see the dollar index trade into is a retest of this level, which has a fair value gap attached to the right hand side. Okay, so all around this level is where I want to see the dollar index retrace into before it continues selling. All right, you can see all the expansion this way to the downside. I want to see the dollar index retrace to any of these levels, 1 and 2. So by that, I mean that I'll be looking out for short-term buys on the dollar this morning. I'm looking out for short-term buys on the dollar this morning to give us some retracement, possibly form the high of the week before we start selling to look for the low of the week. So this is what I'm looking out for on the dollar index. We trade into this level and then return. So these are the two levels that I'm expecting the dollar index to react from before selling off. All right, so this morning, Monday, 11th of March, I'm looking for a buy of the dollar. Of course, I would need to see my confluences. I will need to see that before I buy the dollar all the way to this level, and then I start going short from there. All right, so that is all for the dollar. A quick look at the 1-hour time frame. The 1-hour time frame is caught up in a range, so we definitely want to see it break out of that range as a sign that we are ready to push to the upside. And then, of course, we'll look for other confluences on various pairs that we're trading before we trade according to what we're seeing on the dollar index. Okay, so quickly, let's look at the Euro USD. Now looking at Euro USD, if you recall last week, we said we're expecting price to take out the diagonal liquidity on the daily time frame. We're going to look at the daily time frame shortly, but on the weekly time frame, there's a very tiny fair value gap right here, very, very tiny fair value gap right on this place here. So on the weekly, we may be seeing Euro USD trade into this level, right? So that is the fair value gap on the weekly time frame. So we're expecting the Euro USD to trade into it and then continue to the downside. All right, as tiny as it is, it can hold a lot of significance for us. So for Euro USD, this is one of the levels that I'm looking for if price would be willing to trade into this level for a buy. Right, so I'm looking out for this level for a buy before price starts going down. And then overall, it's this high right here. I'm looking forward to possibly a grab of liquidity of this level right here. Final grab of liquidity before Euro USD starts dropping down. Okay, so these are the two levels on the weekly time frame that I'm having as a point of interest for the Euro USD. Let's move over to the daily time frame. Now, on the daily time frame, you can see right on the fair value gap on the weekly time frame, there is a liquidity in the form of a double top right here on the daily time frame. So I'm still looking forward to seeing the Euro USD trade into this level, take out this guy before trading to the downside. Of course, we also have this other block residing here. Okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing the Euro USD trade to this level. If you remember last week, our objective on the Euro USD last week was to take out all these three highs. All right, two of them have been taken out clearly. First one and the second one. The two of them has been taken out clearly. So the next thing that we're expecting for the Euro USD to do this week is to take out this last high. All right, after taking out this last high, possibly trade into this fair value gap or this other block, which is most obvious, and then we expect the Euro USD to start dropping downwards after that takeout. So that is what I'm expecting on the Euro USD. And then I'm also seeing something very interesting on the daily time frame, this liquidity point residing above here. Okay, so these are the levels that I'm looking forward to on the buy side. So Euro USD has shown us clear buy strength because of the dollar weakness. So we'll be looking forward to these points of interest. There is a fair value gap right here. There's another block right here. There is an old liquidity in the form of an old high residing right here. So we may see the Euro USD trade all the way to this level, all the way to this other fair value gap on the daily time frame. Okay, so if you see the Euro USD buying with so much momentum, then you know that these are the targets for Euro USD buy. However, because of the expansion of last week, we're seeing liquidity being taken out. So definitely there might be a retracement at the beginning of this week. There might, take note of the word, there might be a retracement before we continue to the upside. But it doesn't mean that it must happen before price continues to the upside. One of the levels that I'm looking out for, if you remember on Friday's New York TDA, we said we're looking forward to seeing the Euro USD trade possibly into this other block right here or this other block. But because of the momentum that Euro USD has been pushing upwards with, we'll be careful with this sell. So for me, I'll personally not take this sell. I would want to see Euro USD just trade by itself into this level before I continue trading it to the upside. Because you look at this, we've not been seeing enough retracement all the while that price has been trading to the upside. Okay, so it has just been trading with so much momentum to the upside. We're not seeing enough retracement to the downside. So I'll be waiting patiently. When I see Euro USD give me some discounts in form of a sell, I'll be willing to take a buy, either of these two levels. When that happens, I'll take my buy. But if that doesn't happen, even from where Euro USD is, although it's in a range, start buying from this place where it currently is. So if I see it showing me buy signatures around this level where it currently is, I'll be willing to take my buy. If I see buy signatures around here, I'll be willing to take my buy. Or around here, I'll be willing to take my buy. Now, how would I know which of these levels to take? What I'm looking out for on all of these levels are confluences. Okay, I'm looking out for confluences, premium and discount array. I'm looking out for point of interest in form of order blocks, fair value gaps, and then I'm looking for confluences in form of microstructure on 15 minutes and 5 minutes time frame. And finally, my entry signatures. I'll be looking out for all these things in these 3 points of interest for a Euro USD buy. Okay, so if I see all these things happening, then I'll be willing to take the buy on Euro USD. If I don't see them, I'll be willing to sit on my hands. The less you trade, the lesser losses you have. So I'm waiting patiently for all these things to align. When they all align, then I'll be willing to take my buy on Euro USD. So I hope that is clear. Then finally on GBP USD. Now on GBP USD, we're seeing that clearly we're still in this daily buy trend on GBP USD. All the liquidity points look to have been cleared except for one. I'm going to show you that one on the daily time frame. Yeah. So on the weekly time frame, we can see that GBP USD has returned to this origin. That is this order block right here. Okay, so it has made another return to this order block right here, and we can cite that it took out all this liquidity residing here. So I think that GBP USD looks ready to start trading to the downside. But let's look at the daily time frame to see if there are any other points of interest that will drive GBP USD a little bit above before it starts selling. Very clearly, we can see this liquidity here, this old high, which is right here. I'm interested, since last week, I've been interested in seeing GBP USD take out this high. That was one of the reasons why I was more bullish on GBP USD last week compared to the weeks before. So this is what I want to see. I want to see GBP USD trade above this high, take out this high right here, and trade into this order block once again. Okay, so take out this high, trade into this order block once again. That is my expectation for GBP USD. But however, just like Euro USD, we're seeing sell side inefficiency right here. Okay, we're seeing buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency around these levels on the daily time frame. So we're expecting a retracement on GBP USD before it continues to the upside. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, where are the levels that we're expecting GBP USD to trade back into? Let's look out for the swing that broke the high. You can see this swing right here. This is the swing that broke the high. And where is the first break of structure that took place? It's right here. So we may be seeing GBP USD retrace to this level. Let's even draw our fib all the way from here to get our premium discount array. Now, looking at this, we are seeing that there are lots and lots of points of interest below 50%. That is on the discount. But on the premium level, we are seeing inefficiencies, so many inefficiencies. So this is giving me a thought that GBP USD would most likely trade to the downside before it continues to go and grab that liquidity on the upside. All right, so the levels I'm expecting to sell to trade GBP USD is this level right here, on the 50% level, right here, this level right here on the 50% level. I'm so much interested in seeing GBP USD trade to that level. And finally, this previous resistance on 61.8 level, I'm expecting GBP USD to trade to these two levels before I buy to the upside. Looking at the gap on GBP USD, we're looking about 60 to 80 pips. So I'll be willing to take that sell because it's going to be worth the risk if the trades finally play out. So although I'm counter trading, but I think it's going to be worth the risk. But before I do that, I will need to see my confluences for the sell definitely before I start selling GBP USD to the downside. Okay, so this is what I'm expecting to see. Let me use the path to yes, this is what I'm expecting to see. Number one, and then number two is this. So these are the two things I'm expecting GBP USD to do before I start buying. So I'm willing to sell it to this downside to buy it all the way upwards. So if I'm selling, I'm terminating all my sales at 1.27500 levels, 1.27500 levels. Okay, so I'll be willing to sell GBP USD all the way to that side. My entry signatures have not showed up yet for the counter trading. Once I see USD, some of you will now be wondering, what are my entry signatures? All these things have been taught in our FX Bootcamp course. Do well to sign up on the course. More information on that before the end of this market color. And then finally, while I'm taking this, where I'm going to be sharing all the trades, the exact place I'm entering, the exact stop loss I'm going to be using, and the exact take profit. I'm going to be managing my risk in terms of break even and then closing partials. All the group. Now, to be a part of the TDA Plus group, you do not need to pay any dime. It's totally free as this market color. But all you have to do to join the group is to sign up with our preferred broker using the link that is going to be shown to you very soon on the chat box. After you've done that, you fund your account with $500, $1,000, all the way to even $20,000. After you've done that, send us a screenshot using our personal Telegram DM to show a sign that you funded your account. Immediately you do this, in 3 minutes, you're going to be added to the group so that you can trade alongside myself, Lekon, Cynthia, Demola, and Abby. All the traders on the floor will be sharing their insights and all their trades on that group. So do well to sign up and join the group. So I'm going to give you a very short time to sign up. In the next 30 seconds, you sign up with that using that link. And when we return, we're going to be looking at gold, we're going to be looking at the yen, and then we're going to be taking commentaries before we wrap up the market color for today. So use this few seconds to sign up if you haven't.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Market Caller, brought to you by the Value Flow Trading Floor. And looking at gold this morning, if you see the weekly time frame, that's where we're starting on this morning. The weekly time frame, you can see clearly bullish. The gold spot is very much bullish, and we see how it has broken out of the all-time high. If you look at it from the monthly time frame, you see the all-time high. This has been the zone where gold broke out from this particular zone. And like we said last week, that if the last week candle closes above this level, then we are fully confirmed all the way to the upside. And you can see the weekly candle closes above that level, which is giving us a clear confirmation of what is going on gold, meaning it is highly bullish. So every of our entries should be a bullish one. However, looking at CJ's analysis on the DSY, which we are expecting DSY, a bit of pullback on DSY before it continues itself, which informs us that whenever DSY buys to the upside, we want to see gold tank a bit to the downside. which means if we want to join that sell, if we are looking for sell opportunity for gold, coming to our 1 hour time frame, where are we going to sell from? Until we see a clear break of market structure somewhere around this place. See, somewhere around this level. Let's see how market takes out this level first, and we can now look at opportunity to sell, or this particular zone too. We want to see market take out this particular zone to this low. So until we see market take out these lows, then we are not going to sell. Now, if you go to your lower time frame to look at what price is doing, we want it to create a new high where we are going to see, okay, that is the new and recent high that should hold after it creates a low. Meaning, if it doesn't break this level and this one, then we are not looking for any sell opportunity. Instead, we look for buy opportunity. And for those who are on the top-down analysis on Friday during the New York session, we see how we mark our buy zone for the day. That is this particular level here. We're expecting that since price, broke out of this level forcefully, when it comes back into that level, this shoulder should hold, and we call this a sweep all the way to the upside. And that is the entry for this particular buy towards the close of the week. And looking at the 15-minute right now, we've not seen any clear entry for our sell. If you look at it very well, everything is still forming what we know as the bullish flag all the way to the upside. So until we see a clear break of market structure on the 1 hour time frame, that's when you look for opportunity to sell. And if you want to buy, where do we have the buy opportunities? This already happened on Friday, and the new one we should look out for is if price breaks out of this. This could be our new shoulder where this is the sweep, but this particular move did not break out of this high. Assuming it breaks out of this high now, as price comes back to this particular zone, we join the buy all the way to the upside. But price is just ranging in this zone, so it's not giving us any entry for the buy yet. Instead, if you are going to look for another entry using the 1 hour time frame, then all we are seeing is just a bullish momentum. Just wait on the lower time frame, probably on the 5-minute time frame, if you see any entry for the buy. So what do you want to see for those joining us for the first time? What do you want to see? Our entry signature here on the market color. If you want to sell, this is what you should look out for. You want to see something like this. Price broke this level, then comes back into this zone. So you follow it to the downside. And if you want to buy, this is for the sell. If you want to buy, all you want to see is this. You want to look out for price taking out a low, go up, sweep, come back here, and reverse into this shoulder for it to move aggressively to the upside. So this is what you should look out for the buy, meaning you want to see a sweep of a recent low, then a break out of it. When price come back into that zone, you join the buy. And if it is a sell until price breaks all this level, then we look for the sell opportunity. Now let's take a look at the yen basket. What's going on the yen basket? If you look at the yen basket, it's still very much bullish. Like we said last week, this is our POI where we expect the yen basket to rally into this last order block here. This is where we expect it to rally into. That's our POI. And it doesn't enter that place on Friday. Now, this morning, we could see our price tapped into it. And if you are on our mailing list, the market column mail sent to you yesterday evening, we are expecting the yen basket to rally all the way into this zone, which it has done here now. What the next thing we expect it to do from this zone is price should react a bit all the way to the down, somewhere around this place, then can now follow it up again. All right, so that is for the yen basket on the daily time frame. If you look at it on the 4-hour time frame, what are we seeing is clearly bullish now. We've seen a clear market structure shift, and price has been buying all the way to the upside. However, you can see there is liquidity resting at this particular top here, which means there is high tendency for price to still come all the way to clear this particular high here, then begin to sell all the way to the downside. Knowing fully well that we already have a shift in market structure on the higher time frame. If you look at it on the 1 hour time frame, what are you seeing there is still very much a bullish move to the upside. So that is giving us an insight to what we should see on GJ. Now, what we are seeing on GJ as regard to the yen basket is, if the yen basket is rallying to the upside, we expect GJ to tank to the downside. And that is what is playing out currently now. So if you look at GJ on the daily time frame, you're going to see, yes, it just, took out this particular low here. So let's see if today's candle will close below this place here. If it closes below this place, then we can just see a little retracement to the upside, which means that the yen basket is going to, tank a bit. As the yen basket is tanking, this guy will retrace a bit to the upside. Then the moment the yen basket turns back to the upside, the GJ is expected to continue its sell-off. Where are we expecting it to sell into? These are the potential level. We expect it to come and clear liquidity here, the first level. Then we also expect this has been a very clean zone. We expect it to come in to look at it here. This is a fair value gap with an order block, and you see the momentum it used to clear to move away from that particular zone. So we expect GJ to come all the way to that level. So these are also more levels for it to clear. When it clears this place, there is liquidity alongside here. So we expect it to clear all the way to this level. Now, when it gets to this place, because of this order block we are having here, and below it, you see a lot of liquidity resting there. So we should expect price reaction at this particular point, that to the upside, or it clears it below, then it reverses to the upside. So if you are looking at it on the 1 hour time frame, what are we seeing on the 1 hour time frame? So the market has not really picked a very clean direction, knowing fully well that the yen basket still has room to, buy all the way to the upside to clear liquidity. So it's giving us an insight of what we can still see on GJ currently now, which means it's still coming to clear the liquidity below here. GJ is still coming to clear the liquidity below here. That is what we are seeing on GJ. So if you go to your 15-minute time frame to look for entry, what are we going to see there? On 15 minutes for a sell, entry for a sell, then that will have been, is going to be somewhere around this place. Look at liquidity resting at this particular level here. So this is a very juicy level for price to clear. Then we have our shoulder here, shoulder around this level. You see how price broke that side, the low to the downside. So we expect price to still come, reverse all the way into this particular shoulder here, and we continue to sell all the way to the downside. So that is what we are seeing on the yen basket, and it also gives us a clear move on other yen pair. This is for GJ, which EJ2 has a similar, price action with this. Then that is what we should be looking out for on EJ. So when price comes all the way to this particular zone, we want to look out for sell opportunity to the downside, knowing fully well where it's still going on the 4-hour time frame. We all see where it's still going on the 4-hour time frame. So price still needs to clear all this level all the way to the downside here. And if you are seeing this place, this is a buy signature on the 4-hour time frame. When it clears liquidity below here, look at it. This is a sweep. You see, this is a sweep, and also break to the upside. You see it now. So this particular zone, price should react at this particular zone for a buy when price gets to that level. Meaning we want to buy from that level all the way, because it would have cleared liquidity at that level, then we follow it to the upside. Knowing fully well this is the shoulder, we see the sweep, and to the upside, price came back, then we follow it again to the upside. So that is what we are seeing on the yen basket, and also for the precious metal this morning. Remember to trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy so that in the course of your trading, you won't lose more than you can bear. All right. So for those who are trading live with us, if you've opened your Okta account, you are going to get the trade call on our Trade Live TDA Plus group, where we are going to add you to and send our markups there, and you can easily trade live with us. If there's any question, you can send your question up here so we can follow it up. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. All right, if there's no question, remember our ATM cash flow is coming up next week, starting on the 20th of this month. That is where we are going to teach you how to trade the synthetic profitably. So you truly want to enroll for that. Peradventure, you are the type who doesn't have time in the weekdays to trade, but you easily can trade in. Yes, we have copy trading. We have that. We have copy trading. But if I get your question well, FLS, can we copy your trade on OctaFS? Yes, we have copy trading. All you need to do is just deposit as much as you can into your account from $2,000 and above into your trading account. Then we'll connect you to our own back end, which is our bot. Our bot trades our copy trading account. So we'll connect you to it. And at the end of the month, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, whichever one you choose to do, you get your profits there. What the bot is doing will be reflected on your own account too. So if you want to do that, just follow the instructions on the chat box here. We have the steps there. Just follow the steps there, and or you can reach out to us on Telegram using the link in the chat box there. So you do that, and we are going to get more information. Yeah, as I was saying, the ATM cash flow is coming up on the 20th of this month. So if you are the type who doesn't have time to trade, you can easily enroll for that, where you can easily trade the synthetic market during the weekend, and it becomes so easy for you. Even during weekend, your bills are being taken care of by your trading account. All right. So just enroll for the synthetic training. The cost is 100,000 naira, and that is all. We are going to bring you on board, show you everything you need to know about the synthetic market, and give you our trading strategy, including our indicators too, and you become profitable trading the synthetic market. Right. Minimum for copy trading, $100. No, that's not minimum for copy trading, please. All right, if there is any other question, please just let us know before we call it a day. Okay, so if there is no question, this is where we are going to stop for today. Make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. Remember, we are going to meet again this afternoon by 3 p.m. for the New York session market call-up. So just say, what's the profit sharing percentage? You mean for the copy trading? Okay, for the copy trading, okay, it's 1585. You take 85%, we get 15%. So that is it. All right, thank you so much. So see you in the afternoon, 3 p.m. is the time. Make sure you invite your friends and every other trader you know. Share the link with them, let them join us this afternoon by 3 p.m. Till we meet again this afternoon. Cheers and God bless.